Hello, everyone, and welcome to InsPOWration, a TV show that focuses on inspirational people, their stories, doing inspirational things. My name is Sharon Nakasone. I will be your host today. Of course, we always like to thank Olelo Channel 55 and the 501c3 nonprofit Prayers on Wings. Today is going to be a different show, and none like no other, because by popular demand of one person.
Stop it.
Popular demand of one person, I have a very special guest, which is my mom, Sharon Nakasone, or Mama Ducky, whatever you want to call her. She's here today. We're going to try and keep it as, we don't even know what to expect today. So, she went out and she went out and bought a special, she went hunting and killed a leopard. She went out and killed a leopard for what she's wearing today. The leopard was running around in Walmart. and she's here. She's here. In fact, it was funny because I'm like, oh, Mom, I can match you. I can match you because I got a shirt that'll match your jacket. And I said, we should wear it. She's like, oh, yeah, we should. So I put it on today. And we stood in front of a mirror, and she's like, no, don't wear it. Don't wear it. So I said, you know what, Ma, I'm going to just bring it. I'm going to just bring it and wear it anyway to make you feel comfortable. So I'm going to put it on. It's too big for me now because I lost a lot of weight, but we're going to wear it just for this show. How you doing, Mom? You okay? This is like the ultimate Facebook video. Everybody sees your video that I take, whether it be candidly or whatever, but this is supposed to be a serious show.
I know that.
Well, you blew it. So, but this is supposed to be a serious show.
You blew it.
No, Teresa's still here, our previous guest earlier, and she's having a blast. See, I told you there was nothing to be nervous about. This is like to the extreme right here. But even though we're laughing, it's funny. Me and my mother, we shared a lot of moments. We went through a lot of tragic moments, a lot of crisis, whether it be from my cancer. In fact, my dad, the life of my dad was not an easy one. So my mom being a girlfriend, a wife, to a person like my father wasn't an easy task. Back at Harry's Music and Cress on 4th Street Mall. Why are you laughing? My dad was a stalker, right? Dad was a stalker at Harry's Music, and he wound up catching my mom and got her for life. And it wasn't an easy life. Long story short, I was born. Dad was not around in the beginning a lot, right? He was into his bad thing. Why are you laughing? He's into his bad things. This is all serious. This is true story. My mom's laughing, but this is true story. My dad was never around, and he was kind of forced. He stepped up to the role. Happy to say, when I was diagnosed with leukemia, and believe it or not, I always tell this story, and my mom's here to vouch for it today. During my last month of chemo, I became an ice addict for the next 10 years, right? That was hell, right?
Yeah.
So not only did I go through survive cancer and survive chemo, not even finished chemo yet, I became an ice addict. And I was an ice addict, I was homeless, I'm an only child. So if you can imagine, if you're a mom out there, if you're a parent out there, if you can imagine what I put my parents through, right after surviving cancer, being homeless and being on the street, living in pool halls, in abandoned cars, drug houses, that was my life, and that was my mom's life. Wondering if her child was alive or dead, and we're still here. We're still here. 2005 we lost Dad. And on my dad's dying deathbed, I promised him that I would take care of Mom, and happy to say I'm doing okay.
You're doing fine.
I'm doing fine.
Yes.
I mean, I torture you by bringing you.
We brought you up correctly.
You brought you okay. The worst thing I probably did to you after Dad passed was bring you on a TV show.
Yes.
I mean, you gotta understand, guys. It takes a lot for me to make a Facebook video. So to do this, she was snapping at me like every other day. What am I gonna wear? You better not F around, Devin. When she's mad, she doesn't call me Devin, she calls me Davin. But she was stressed out about this day. In fact, we want to continually air this. I'm going to talk
No, you better not.
Okay. Well, we want to show it more than once. So Charlene's going to talk to our friends at Olelo and see if we can actually have this as a commercial. No? Can't do it? Okay.
Why you wanna do that?
How about you interview me?
No.
Teresa, are you entertained? Is this entertaining? You can laugh. That's fine. This is the first time we have a studio audience. I can actually hear Charlene laughing in the tech room next door. Char, if you can get a close-up on my mom.
No.
To show the tears of joy coming from my mother's face. But life is good, right, Mom? I mean, so you and I are roommates.
Yes.
More roommates than mother and son now.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, your biggest stress today, thankfully, it's not me. You know, my mom's biggest stress today is going to times when there's construction.
Stop it.
She loves catching the bus. So. Okay, we'll get through this. We only got 20 more minutes. We got 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes.
Yes,
You know,
okay.
so I was telling my mom I'm so happy because she's gonna boost up our ratings. From 4 people, we're gonna get 5 people. So we're gonna get awesome view ratings from this show, and this is the first of its kind. I've never thought I would be interviewing my mom. It's actually, you know, we might be laughing, we might be joking, might not look like we're serious, but it actually means a lot for me to have her here today because she normally watches on the sideline. You know, she's normally on her 2 iPads and one computer. One on Charlene's page, one on Kristen's page, one on my page, and she's asking me for another computer so she can watch Ki Vuong's page and wonder what all of us are doing at the same time. But she normally watches from the sidelines, and she's never out in public. I gotta literally, like I said again, I gotta force her to be on camera and expose her to all of my friends on Facebook. And everybody loves my mom. Everybody loves my mom. If it wasn't for my mom, everybody would probably hate me. But it's because of my mom's genuine spirit that has probably brought me back to reality 1,000,001 times when I really was not supposed to physically be here anymore. And my mom, as I was telling our previous guest, Teresa, she learned to become a nurse, like a registered nurse, to just take care of her son. A mother's love for her son, that she would do anything to make sure that I didn't have to spend any more nights than I had to in the hospital from 1984 to 85, 86. And she did a great job. She used to clean my catheter. She used to wake up on the dot every 2-3 hours to give me this medication, wake up another 2-3 hours to give me that medication. If there were any symptoms, she'd be writing them down, reporting it to my doctor. And on top of that, all the pain that I would go through, she would take it when I would be cussing at her because the pain was so great of the side effects from chemo that my parents were my punching bag at that time. Believe it or not, as much pain as I was in, I was still afraid to yell at Dad. So I used to yell at Mom when Dad left the room. You know, but yeah, I remember the blood transfusions, how sore
Yeah.
that was, and I was just screaming,
Blisters,
screaming my blisters, and we had some great moments, even on chemo. Remember that time we watched Rhinestone?
Yeah, the blisters.
So I was on this medication called methotrexate, and it was an intravenous methotrexate, and it was on high dosage, and it was one of the medicines that I will never forget. The side effects were so bad, and I used to have these ulcers in my mouth, and the one that would never fail to appear was the one that was in the middle of my lip. And I have a slight overbite. And so back then, when this blister would pop up from this medicine, whenever I would smile, it would crack and it would just bleed tremendously. Bleed, bleed, bleed. In the morning, when I woke up, it would bleed at night just because of the dry air or whatever. There would be no moisture, where I would have to soak my mouth, my whole mouth, in a bowl of warm Hawaiian salt water just to free it from my lip. And I couldn't laugh. And I was still happy, right? I was still happy. Even if I was in all this pain, I was still happy. And so me and my mom was at home, and we decided, let's go watch a movie. So we watched Sylvester Stallone and Dolly Parton's Rhinestone. And there was this one part that Sylvester Stallone was singing, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, and he was trying to sing it in country. And I don't know if you guys got to see that because it was hilarious. But it might not be hilarious, but back then it was. And I was laughing like this. Right? I was holding my lip and I was laughing, and it was just bleeding. And my mom's looking at me laughing, and we were just. It was like nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong, and it was another moment that I'll never forget, right, Ma? And another time was when we was at Fort Street Mall. My mom was holding my hand, my grandma was holding my other hand, and we was walking down Crest, and she burned me with her cigarette. Remember that? And I was crying, and she said, "Oh, stop it!" And like it was my fault, right? You remember that? That's when we could smoke in department stores. But yeah, so she burned my hand right here, and I'll never forget that. Ma, can you share with us, or our viewers, what are some moments that you love and that you always remember? No? Okay. No. So, you're just keeping me company.
You said you're gonna lead.
Well, I'm leading, but
Then
it's
don't
like you're
ask
like. All right, that's okay. So you just sit there.
Yes.
Everybody's just probably watching. So you can take the camera off me. Either go to the wide or go to Mom's camera, because this is not entertaining. This this is where the action's at. So we're going to send this to NBC. This show.
No, don't
To
you
Oprah.
dare.
Oprah has that.
You're gonna
Okay.
get it.
So just keep. I don't know if you can last minute zoom out, but I'm gonna approach this camera, Sharon, because Mom's not even paying attention to me. She's just trying to get through. We got 16 more minutes.
How many?
16.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I gotta go bathroom.
You better not.
Okay? So just talk. All right. Well, we promised everybody that this would be an entertaining show. There, like I said, there's 2 people waiting for this show to come out. So, Auntie Cara and Auntie Diane. So, not even our friends. We probably lose friends from this. The 38 friends you have on Facebook will probably drop to 2. Auntie Cara and Auntie Diane. Okay, so you always watch the show, yeah? Well, you watch the show. You like the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so can you tell me who was some of the, what was some of the better shows
Don't
that
ask
you
me
loved?
that. I'm not thinking.
Okay, so we're praying for no snorting today, right? Yeah, we're not gonna snort.
No.
Okay,
I
okay.
forgot my Kleenex.
Well, it's way past that. Why don't you use your leopard skin jacket? Yeah, just use that.
I get
Here, you want to
one.
use my shirt? Here, use this shirt. Okay, use this shirt.
Oh my
This is the husband of this jacket. Okay, so I remember you watching some of the shows. You like Joe Onosai, huh? Joe Onosai was you like that, yeah. Joe Onosai was good. So thank you, Joe Onosai, for being on our show. In fact, it wasn't just my mom that was touched. There was a lot of feedback, and oh, I am okay. I said just okay. I see the red dot. Okay, so okay, Ma, look at that one. Then there's one camera behind you too. Yeah, so every now and then turn around, look at that one.
goodness.
Okay, so Joe Onosai was one guest that my mom really loves. So Joe Onosai, if you're watching, thank you for inspiring my mom. If not, she'd be playing Candy Crush or Bejeweled. The only time she stops playing that is to watch InsPOWration, and she loved that show. What else was another show that you liked?
I don't know. I loved that.
You loved all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing in particular.
Our friends of the Hawaii JCs, yeah.
Yeah.
They're good, and we're waiting for Dog the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, yeah, we want that.
That'll be interesting.
That'd be interesting. That would be an hour show. Yeah, not like how this one's going by so slow.
No.
Yeah. So, my mom's a wonderful guest.
Well, how long more you got?
We got 9 minutes. We got 11 minutes. Let's talk about what you want to talk about.
No, I don't want to talk about nothing. You said you're gonna lead.
I am leading, but I'm okay. Okay.
I told you
okay,
I'm just
all
gonna
right.
follow my nose.
Okay. All right. Is that what brought you to that jacket?
Yes.
Did you wipe your nose on my shirt?
My eyes.
Okay. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so life is good. You're also working out. We inspired you to work out.
Oh my goodness, I'm walking.
You're walking again.
Yes.
That's good. She was even doing some 2-pound weights at home.
I'm still recovering.
Right? Yes, she's still recovering, but she got inspired by another one of our previous guests, Ki Vong, which is our fitness trainer of Ki Fitness Hawaii. So Ki Fitness, thank you so much because you inspired my mom to take better care of her physical health, and she's using some of my equipment at home that we bought for the team, of course, on a lighter version scale. So she always watches our videos, watches your videos, and is inspired to take better care of her health. So thank you, Ki. It's something that me and my mom would argue about, getting her to walk on a treadmill. And how come you can't walk on the treadmill, Ma?
Because it's boring.
No, and why else? And why else?
I prefer to walk on the street.
And why else? Because there's a lot of clothes on
It's
it.
just boring.
There's
I
a lot-
don't
there's
want
a lot of clothes on
I
it.
don't want to say that's where you dump your junk. Is that a junk pile?
Yeah, well, it's a clothes.
Whatever.
Well, it's your fault. You stopped walking, so I put my clothes there. But Ki Wong, you inspired my mom to take better care of her health. So thank you for that. And again, my mom pays attention to everything. She's born and raised in Kauai, and came down here. What else can I tell you about my mom? She's afraid of flying.
Fine, right?
Yeah. What else are you afraid
Don't
of?
forget the lizards.
And lizards.
Don't forget the lizards.
Tell us a story about what happened the other day.
No, I injured myself.
She injured herself because of a lizard.
Why you gotta say that?
She was opening the drapes, and did a lizard fall down?
I heard it.
Oh, you heard it. So you didn't even see it. So the story is, my mom, we got those drapes that the blinds. So we have blinds at home, and she was opening them, and a lizard went right up over her head. And what happened?
I got scared and I jumped.
She
I was
jumped.
not balanced.
She did a burpee.
I was
You just spit on me.
You spit on yourself.
I did not spit on myself. So, my mom got injured because she Hello everybody, welcome to InsPOWration. My name is Costello. This is Bring Charlene here. You give me more Larry and Curly. Anyway. It's okay. If Ensign can do it, I think I can do it. So it wasn't as bad as Ensign's one, right? Ensign, great guess, Ensign.
I remember it.
Destiny forever. Trying to get through this. We got 6 minutes to go, Ma. What do you want to talk about? Because my eyes are burning.
You said you're gonna lead.
I was gonna lead, but
Then lead.
but you're supposed to talk back.
No, only when you ask me a question.
Okay, so how was it being my mother? Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Tough work.
Tough work. Tough work. So, happy to say that I've turned my life around.
Yes.
Yeah. I've turned my life around. Great things are happening. We surely are blessed by God.
There's a purpose why.
There's a purpose why, and that is how we try to live our life, how we try to run our nonprofit, and how I live my life is always about the why. Like I always tell my mom and everybody else, if out of all the questions of who, what, where, when, how, why, if you get the why answered, everything else will fall in line. Nothing else will matter. And that's how I live my life, is the why. And one of my whys is sitting next to me today. And life is great. And you know, there's a million of them. There's a million of them. But this is one of the few things that has kept me alive and growing strong and planted the correct seeds. And it took 38 years for them to kind of start growing. It's like Grandpa's papaya seeds at Charlene's house.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not growing yet, but powerful seeds.
Yes.
Yeah. And the fruit is plentiful. It's great, right? It was the last generation of my grandpa's papayas, and we know that we remember when we ate that last papaya, we knew how valuable those seeds were. We took care of them, you know, and we traced back all of Grandpa's steps on how he grew his crops in Kahalu and stuff, and kind of the same thing with life, you know, as parents. You know, our parents try to teach us and plant the correct seeds. Not all of them will grow at the same time, but through experience, through age, through peers, and our surroundings, they blossom. They blossom, and of course, planting them the correct time. You know, you can't plant a seed in the cold winter. It's kind of hard for it to grow. You gotta take care of the soil first. You gotta prepare. You know, and that's what it is. It's farming. You know, because that's what I am to my parents. I'm their seed, right? So it's pretty much the same thing. And I always say that life lessons are all relative, and one lesson serves a million things, and this one is papaya.
Yes.
Well, it's not. Are you just agreeing with everything that I say? I can say the most stupidest thing, and you're just gonna nod.
Because it didn't make sense.
But you nodded first.
I told you you're the leader.
Can you like look in this camera and
No.
tell like Auntie Cara something?
No, I don't.
She's
wanna
watching.
Talk. No, I don't.
How about
She's
Auntie
not
Anne?
watching.
Okay. Well, she doesn't watch. Darn you, Auntie Cara. Mom ratted you out. Okay, tell Auntie Mary something.
Oh, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Why don't you talk to say something.
No.
Say something that the viewers because our viewers never really heard you speak.
I told you don't let me speak.
Well, talk about what you know about life. Talk about life. There's so much knowledge in you, Mom. Forget the cameras even there. What was one of the biggest lessons or one of the greatest times that you had with whether it was me or family, when Dad was alive? What was one of the greatest moments that you had?
Probably the day I burped you out on the table. The day I gave birth to you. That is probably my only accomplishment that I'm proud of. Without me, you wouldn't have been born.
You say you're pretty arrogant now.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
Okay.
That's
That's
the
okay.
only right thing
That's
I
okay.
did.
That's okay. Well, you did a lot of right things, but it came from that. There's a lot of right things you did. Because if I came out like dad, all dad, probably would have been pretty
Would
bad.
be Pretty bad.
Would have been pretty bad. Yeah.
But see, Dad was.
Dad would, don't get me wrong, guys. Dad is awesome man. Awesome man. And I always tell you guys my stories about my dad and all the stuff that I preach, all the stuff that whenever I go out and do motivational speaking, all of that has been dad. All that has been dad. All those million hours in Zippy's coffee shops, Kenny's Burger House, Wanalo Gardens. He's taught me the biggest things, and Mom has heard me come home with some of the worst stories of I hate dad. Yeah, how many times I said that, and of course we know that that's not true. But yeah, life was tough. Life was tough. But it's pretty good now.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course we miss dad, but it's like he's still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's in our hearts.
Yeah. You know, they told, you know, a lot of my friends told me before that life doesn't, missing him doesn't get easier. But like I posted this past anniversary of his passing, it did get easier. But you got to keep growing. And then you realize that how strong that person is in your heart.
Yeah.
You know, and that has been my revelation this year on March 3rd. Guess what, Mom? We made it.
We did.
We got 15 seconds to say bye.
right.
Close the show for us.
Goodbye.
Close the show for us.
No, you close it.
With that, I'm Devin Nakasone. This is Sharon Nakasone, Mama Ducky with InsPOWration. Thank you so much for joining us. We are out.